up, you're putting in the time, and you almost have nothing to show for it. There's no leads, there's no calls, there's no DMs, just views from people who never are going to hire you or work with you. And, I know that feeling because I spent about 6-7 years trying to figure this all out when I first started on YouTube. And it wasn't easy. And if you don't know me, my name's Alex Volare. I've been in real estate for about 12 years now, maybe 13. Currently selling in Northern Alabama. I just moved to the new market and am getting all of this revved up and going like I have previously in Southern California. So I sold in Southern California, did a whole YouTube situation, got my leads 100% from YouTube. And now I'm replicating everything here in Northern Alabama today in 2026. So you're going to want to stick around and watch me for the long haul because I'm going to be doing things that implement in actual time and show you the strategies that I talk about on this channel and show you them actually working for myself and my business. So if you want that, there's a link down below. I've built a business that runs on systems and AI so that now my content works for me around the clock, even when I'm not. And the number one thing I found that separates agents who get leads on YouTube from agents who don't get leads on YouTube is not the video quality. It's not the editing. It's not the things that you might think are very, very important. It's the content selection specifically. And then in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you the fix so you can fix yourself permanently, right? So before we get into it, I work directly with agents who want to stop guessing and start building a content system that actually generates leads. So 12 years in the business, running my own real estate business, making it all automated operation. And, I want to help you do the same thing because I don't want to have you struggle. And you don't need to pay for stupid courses or stupid, excuse me the language, but you don't need to pay for anything these days. Everything is online. There's plenty of people that are willing to help you like myself. So link in the description is down below. Click it, book a spot, and let's map out your strategy together. So let's get into it. Now, here is exactly what I'm going to cover today. So I'm going to show you the 5 videos, specifically the 5 videos, the types that generate the highest intent real estate leads on YouTube. I'm going to tell you why each one works, how to title them for your city, and what to actually say in the videos. And make sure you say these things because if you don't, you're leaving money on the table. You're leaving the cheese down on the cheese board. So by the end of this video, you will have a clear content plan that you can start filming this exact week. No expensive equipment needed, no editing, no guesswork, just simple actionable steps, right? So video number 1 is the relocation guide. This should be something that is pinned at the very top of your feed. This is the highest converting video category on YouTube for real estate agents today in 2026. And it's almost the most underused in the smaller markets like mine, where I just moved to. So here's why it works. When someone types moving to your city in YouTube, they are not passively scrolling, right? They're actively planning something. Maybe it's a purchase decision or something in the very near future, and they're looking for a local expert that they can trust or connect with. So YouTube is the one that converts. So your title is going to be something like this. For me, it's be moving to Huntsville, Alabama in 2026. Everything you need to know before you go. Cover the cost of living. You're going to cover neighborhoods. What surprises most people when they arrive there in that city, and what you genuinely love about what surprises most people when they arrive there in that city, and what you genuinely love about the market. So you need to be real. Like, for example, I just relocated here, so I can speak from experience. But if you haven't just relocated to a city, you know people that have. You're in a real estate agent. So an agent that I worked with and currently work with, his name is Suman Kim. You may have heard of him. He sold over 87 homes in his first year, almost entirely from videos exactly like this one. So one video filmed on an iPhone, 18 minutes to shoot. And I've seen this same principle work in markets half the size of major metros, and right here in Northern Alabama. So the city doesn't really matter. It's the strategy that matters. So video number 2 is a neighborhood deep dive. You can do map tours on this one if you want to, or go walk a neighborhood. The second highest performing category is the neighborhood specific videos. So think of living in Hampton Cove in Huntsville, Alabama, the honest review. So here's what, makes this really, really powerful. The viewers watching this video is not they're not in the early research stages anymore. They've already decided on, your city, for example. Now they're narrowing down their specific area. They are closer to making the decision that almost any other viewer on YouTube is going to make. But your job is to be their honest guide. Give them the real pros and the real cons. Don't sugarcoat anything. I've been selling homes for 12 years. So if you've been selling home for even a year, you've been in a market for that long, So I know every pocket of my current market. When I show up on camera and I give someone a genuine, unfiltered look at a neighborhood, they feel like they can trust it. And agents who make every area sound perfect just lose credibility instantly. So saying the ugly things will actually gain you more trust and credibility with your watchers. So agents who say, here's what I love and here's what you need to know, those are the agents who will really get the call because they're being genuine. So video number 3 is the cost of living breakdowns. Number 3 is the underrated and massively underused cost of living breakdown. Title it something like this: exact cost of living in Huntsville, Alabama, for my example, in 2026, the real numbers. So here's the pain point driving this search. So financial anxiety is the number one reason people obsessively research things before buying or moving, right? They don't want to make the wrong choice. They want the best for their money, and they want real numbers, not ranges, not estimates, actual numbers from someone who lives and works in that market. And that could be you for your market. So walk them through what it actually costs to buy versus rent in the area. Maybe you can even go on Claude. If you don't know how to do this, go on Claude and you can make an interactive website in 2 seconds flat, host it on a free hosting website that will give them the cost of living calculator, and that could be a lead magnet for you, right? So the more specific you are, the more trust that you build. And in our business, trust is the only currency that really, really matters. Trust is what turns a YouTube viewer into a signed contract. So now here is the one that most agents never really think to make, and it's quietly one of the highest performing video formats on an entire platform right now. So it's the fourth one is the city comparison, the comparison video. So it's your city versus a nearby city. So for example, in my case, it'd be Huntsville, Alabama versus Madison, Alabama. Which one should you move to? That could be your title. So these capture buyers who haven't committed to a location yet. They're still deciding. And if you show up as the objective, knowledgeable expert who can walk them through both markets honestly, you become the obvious choice to call when the moment comes for them to decide. For me, Northern Alabama, they might look at, like I said, Huntsville versus Madison or Huntsville versus Decatur. I know both markets. I can give real insight. You don't need to make one city look bad. You just need to give the people an honest comparison that they can't find anywhere else. So this is how you build trust and authority. Video number 5 is the agent attraction content, more or less. So the fifth one is especially for team leaders and anyone building inside a brokerage. Agents attraction content, or someone that wants to attract and help other agents. So behind the scenes of how you actually run your business, the AI tools you use, the systems you've built, your real results, this is where I live. I've spent years building an automated AI-driven operation that lets me run my real estate business without being chained to my phone 24 hours a day. And when I put that on camera, agents watch it. So they share it. They reach out because they are exhausted from doing things manually and they want to know there is a better way, right? So if you are building a team or attracting agents to your brokerage, this is a category that turns your YouTube channel into a recruiting engine or attracting engine. So this is where the real leverage is. All right, so let's recap real quick what we just went through and what we learned on this video today. So there are 5 videos, type of consistent generating real estate leads here in 2026. Number 1 is the relocation guide. The highest intent buyers on the entire platform are watching these. Number 2 is the neighborhood deep dives. These are the ones where the buyers are going to reach out once they've decided on what local voice they want to trust, and hopefully that's you. Number 3 is the cost of living breakdowns, real numbers, real built trust, the trust that becomes ultimately real clients. And number 4, the city comparison videos that capture undecided buyers from 2 different cities. And then number 5 is your attraction, right? So if you're building a team, this becomes your 24/7 team building engine. So post these consistently for 90 days and you will have a content library generating inbound leads around the clock. No cold calling, no paid ads, no chasing anyone. So I'm Alex Volare. Like I said, 12 years in the business. I'm in Huntsville, Alabama, Northern Alabama, and the systems and AI nerd. I'm a big old nerd on that stuff. And I've built a business designed to run without me having to grind every single day because that's just not what I want to do. And if you want to build that same thing and you're in a specific market, then click the link down below this video, click it, book your call, and let's build your strategy together. And if you want to understand exactly how short form content can feed all of this for the long run, then I'll see you on my next video where I actually cover that exact topic. So, hey, thanks for watching and I'll see you there.